Senator, you made a little bit of news this morning. I don't know whether to commiserate or congratulate, but you've said you're not going to consider a presidential run in 2016.
Murdoch said I couldn't come this morning unless I made news, and that was the only thing I could think of. So, yeah.
That was it? That's all you could think?
Yeah.
So we wanted to look a little bit. Obviously, what we saw last month was somewhat seismic event, not a great one for your side. We're going to see a very different Congress come next month. I think the title of this panel is something like, are we going to see a new spirit or more paralysis? Just to start, I would like to get your sense of just optimism about whether this next Congress can do things.
Look, I'm very optimistic, and as I told Neil earlier, I'm probably a little naive about it because I just see so much promise. And when I made my little announcement this morning, I said, look, I think getting the majority makes a huge difference. The Senate has been largely dysfunctional, unable to deal with even the most basic issues, and now we have a chance. And we Republicans also have a responsibility to work hard to make that happen, and it includes a budget for the first time in, I don't know, probably 7 or 8 years, Chris. And that will enable us to do more things like tax reform and some regulatory relief and something on energy. And I believe we have an opportunity to do something on trade that's significant. As a former U.S. trade representative, that's exciting for me. All 4 of those, by the way, are bipartisan issues and have support on both sides of the aisle. There are differences of opinion as to exactly how we ought to approach them, but all address the fundamental issue we have in our country, which is stagnant wages, low economic growth, the weakest economic recovery we've ever experienced. And it's time for us to give the economy a shot in the arm. And we have a chance to do that. And I'm hoping the president will work with us. Healthcare, immigration, other issues are also important. But I think we ought to focus, take a page maybe out of Chuck Schumer's book, who said recently, Democrats blew it by not focusing on jobs and wages. And I think that's what we ought to focus on as Republicans. And I believe that's our biggest concern right now in our country. That's what's keeping people from achieving their dreams and moving the country forward and having America be that beacon of hope and opportunity is, although we may be the cleanest dirty shirt in the closet, as you may have heard from other folks during this conference, we are not near our potential in terms of growth and therefore the ability to bring back these middle class wages. So I think that's the opportunity, and I think it's very real.